Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Divine Love Talk. Today is December 18th, 17th. 17th, right? It is a Tuesday. It's the day of the Divine Feminine, so we'll get those cards out as well. How have you guys been doing? How are you feeling after that amazing full moon in Gemini? Right? What wrapped up for you, especially looking at your life between June 6th, 2024, and now? What has been wrapping up for you, right? What clues did you get in June, that on things that you were guided to do, guided to release, that you finally had the courage to release, or the universe just came in and swooped down and took it from you, right? And understand all these things are not happening to you, they are happening for you in order to bring you to that happily ever after, in order to bring you to that bliss, right? That place that you've been trying to manifest, those goodies that you've been trying to manifest. Let's see who is here, and then we're just going to get started because you already know. Tardy to the party as per usual, right? It's 3:40 something Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to take off my watch. Loca, loca, loca. What am I going to do with you, boo? Besides live vicariously through you. Jasenia, hello, 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 hello. How are you? Embrace. How are you? The Zanetta Show. How are you? Just in time. Hi, Mr. Hicks, for Figure It Fit, right? The general reading. Oh, that was definitely a curveball, right? Because, half the time, I don't know if when you're being serious or when, you're joking, right? So when I read it, I was like, ha ha, the first time. And then when you popped up on Patreon, I was like, oh, this is really happening. I love it, though. I love it because speaking of how things have changed between June and now, that, my dear, has been a very, very long time coming between you two. I am grateful. Embrace. I am grateful. Lots going on as per usual, right? But just rolling around and making the best of it. Annie, how are you? Annie's Place, thank you for the gifts. We only have one spot available for readings today, and that is being reserved for Janaya if she ever shows up. Anybody else who would like a personal reading, that information is in the bio. I will be doing a general reading for the collective, and then we'll get like a love message or two. We'll just see what comes out, because love might come out in this general message. I think, right, especially those long-term things we've been manifesting, like something significant happened in March, something significant happened in May, June, something significant happened in November, December. I feel, based on all the planetary and cosmic happenings, around March, when eclipse season rolls around again, this is when things are really going to come together for those long-awaited manifestations. This rocky end to 2024, right? A lot of people going through changes. We won't call them loss. We'll call them changes. Is to prepare you. Is to prepare a room to receive all the blessings, the miracles, the prayers, your intentions manifesting into your reality, the whole shebang. There's other things going on, like I'm sure you heard about the drones and the collapse of this government and the collapse of that government. There's a lot going on in the global community. just keep in mind, right? What's above or below, whatever is going on, stay true to your personal journey, because those things that you've been trying to manifest are going to come into your reality, regardless of what craziness is going on in the world, because it's long overdue now. Loca, wouldn't that be the plot twist of the year? Forget it. The plot twist of the century, because Spirit's going to be like, well, you said you wanted XYZ, so here you go. Special delivery. OPI Jade, how are you? I wouldn't even see it, to tell you the truth, until I started scrolling back up. Purple, my nails are red right now. Ew. This is a new red. It really doesn't translate on camera, but in person, it looks like wrapping paper. It's OPI, Kiss My Aries. But I'm definitely loving red nails. Let's see who else is here. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I think the usuals are here, and the Soul Tribe is here. Alice, hey, how are you? Miss Nicole, with your gracious self. All right, let's get into it. Speaking of Miss Nicole, right? We got about a half hour, 45 minutes together. Let's see what comes out for, hi, Urush, the general message, and take it from there. I mean, if this is the way it comes, Loca, this is the way it comes. Classy, how art thou? By any chance, would you have a moment? We'll figure it out. Holy Spirit, what message do you have for the collective on this Tuesday? Solstice is coming up. Not just solstice. The longest, what is it, night? 21st. And then we can expect the days to slowly start getting longer and the nights shorter, and we could have more daylight, right? What has the universe been calling you to bring into balance into your life? I fell on the floor. Divine Goddesses, what message do you have for the collective on this Tuesday, the day where we celebrate divine feminine energy? Y'all being shy? And then we'll get one from here. I love it, because the Kipper cards tend to go exactly where they want to go. Anything else? For the collective, we'll take it. And lastly, what's the vibe? Hi, Empress Honey and Whimsical Pisces. What is the vibe on this Tuesday? Like 11 days before Christmas. Loca, that might be an early. That actually might be your Christmas present and you don't even know. We'll take it. All right. Thank you all for spending this part of your day with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and myself. I truly, truly appreciate it. So as the card fell down, I knew love was going to come out. I knew it. As the card fell down, my eye caught Let's Reunion and Family. And then Al Green's Let's Stay Together started playing in my experience, right? I started hearing it, right, with my clear audience. And it's very much with the collective that's here now. A lot of you have someone in your energy who, during this time, during this full moon, right? Because what do full moons do? they illuminate it. And this happens to be a full moon. I believe they said it was highest in the sky. So when you shine your light and it's really close, it only illuminates here. But as you bring the light away, it illuminates more and more and more. So figure the moon being at the highest point it could possibly be. It's possibly been over the past 18 years. A lot has come to the surface. And since we're still under the energies of that full moon, a lot continues to come to the surface. And Spirit is highlighting these spotlight bubbles, right? People are receiving clarity for the longest time, especially in October, November. Spirit was giving the collective the guidance to not say anything, to not do anything, because they were waiting for this moment of clarity, for people to come to that aha moment without you poking, prodding, or dragging them there. Folks had to come into this awareness on their own. And now that this light has been turned on, so much energy around light, right? Now that this light has been turned on for certain folks in the collective, they're coming in to have that long awaited conversation. For some of you, this is talking about reunion. This is talking about union for the first time. But it's definitely feeling like a reunion with a divine partner, because again, divine partners are being called into service to raise the vibration of the planet. The collective, we need your divine love at this time most. So a lot of relationships are being healed in the quiet, in the distant, right? A lot of forgiveness is being offered. During these revelations, a lot is happening. Your job is to keep quiet, go with the flow, think twice or 3 times or 4 times, sit on it if you need to before you make a response so you don't say the wrong thing to this person who's going to come in. And this definitely matches the energy of the reading we just posted, because the person who can't stop talking about you definitely wants a family, definitely wants a happily ever after. Continue to let that person, because if this is resonating with you, you know exactly who Spirit is talking about. You don't need any clarity about it because you feel it in your soul. And for those of you who don't feel anybody, it's okay, right? Your person's probably still en route. Work is still being done to bring you into union, right, with your person. Let me be the one you come running to. Confirmation. Let me be the one you come running to, right? That's one of the lyrics of the song, Let's Stay Together by Al Green, right? A very old song, right? Spirit said, confirmation. Definitely confirmation on all those readings about that Gemini energy or that strong Aries Emperor energy. Somebody who's big and bold and bad about being that protector, that provider. That's who's coming through for you, right? All of this time with this building blocks that came out first. These past, during separation, during the moment of confusion, during the time period of you wanting to move things faster than divine timing, right? You were putting in the work to build this relationship, to do your healing, right? And the person has been doing their healing, right? Oh, with that double 28, right? Somebody likes to play blackjack or go to Atlantic City. That's their, or someplace, or Las Vegas, right? Somebody's big on going there, not to just gamble, but just to take in the hotels and what they have to offer. I don't know who that's for, but this is another confirmation with the 28, which is one. That's the number of beginnings. A lot of you has been in this expectation, energy of expectation, waiting for your person. And they're both just looking in the distance, right? Looking at the sunset that's currently happening right now. Waiting for your person to do the right thing, finally. Waiting for your person to come back, finally. Waiting for that job to call back, finally. Keep doing what you've been doing. There's nothing else for you to do. This person is very relaxed. They know they've done everything that's needed to do to call in whatever they wanted to call in, be it love or something else. And I had to pull this off camera, but this is Aizan, right? The patron law of entrepreneurs, right? And the marketplace, right? But she speaks of miracles on this divine feminine day. And it came out as we were shuffling the cards, right? Those long awaited prayers, right? Those intentions you set, not the ones that have been easy to manifest, but the ones that seem like they were taking forever. You see all these building blocks, right? That's a lot of work. That's a lot of time. The ones that seem like they were taking forever are the ones that are coming in. So continue to prepare, continue to do what you need to do, as I sit her up all nice, right, to receive the blessings that are en route to you. You have all that glitter in reverse by courthouse, right, being crossed by courthouse. You have 16, which is 7, which is the divine stepping in, and 23, which is 5 changes. Whether it's upright or reverse, and we typically don't read the oracles in reverse, right? It always talks about all that glitters is always talking about making sure you see people, places, and things clearly for what they are, not what you think they are, was told they are, or hope them to be. And of course, a reminder that everything that glitters isn't necessarily gold, and all gold doesn't necessarily glitter. Speaking about glitter, right? You can't tell, but this nail polish has mica in it. When I was doing them, Spirit asked me to remind the collective, right? Mica has spiritual purposes. Like, it has grounding abilities. It is helpful in tuning your psychic abilities. Tap into your psyche, tap into your intuition, because you remember, you are magic. You have magic within you. Start leaning into your own energy so you can see things clearly without having been told this is this and that is that. A lot of you, especially my highly spiritually attuned folks, you are going through a season of elevation when it comes to your gifts. This is why people have been falling out of your life. You're really sleepy. You're not hungry, right? You've been resting a lot, and things are just being cleared away for you, right? Judgment has come down. Things are being cleared away from you so you can have the epiphanies you need to have and move accordingly with clear visions. We're leaving knee-jerk reactions and popping off and crashing out in 2024. We're not taking that energy into 2025. For my spiritually gifted people especially, you are required to be in the energy of peace as much as possible. When it's time to bring back out chaos, you can bring... When it's time to bring out chaos, you guys will be prompted for when that is needed, right? Because we're not all light and love. It's impossible to be light and love 24/7, 365. That is the goal, to be light and love 365, 24/7. But sometimes you got to turn that other cheek and show that other side. Right? But this horse is facing here. So let's see. Oh, gosh. In releasing, oh my goodness. Some of you in the collective, in releasing the person that you weren't supposed to be with, right? There's a lot of drama surrounding a divorce, a lot of drama surrounding a breakup, a lot of people putting in their 2 cents and saying this and saying that. And most of it feels like it's just misinformation. People are just talking to hear them own self, right? To hear their own opinions. Oh my goodness. If you haven't experienced this yet, for some of you, this is going to happen between Christmas and New Year's, where if you're with the wrong person, it's going to be made painfully, embarrassingly clear. There's going to be some type of chaotic event that happens, but that needs to happen for you to finally let go so they can bring you your true person. It seemed like happily ever after was elusive because you kept trying with the wrong person, and that is for someone in particular. This marriage is also letting you know after chaos and conflict, this marriage, this bond, this union, right? After waiting for whatever you've been waiting for, not just love, but this marriage. Everybody wants to honk today. What gives? It's all confirmation that everything is coming into place. Solidified is a word that's coming out for the collective, right? Your next position is going to be your permanent position. Your next relationship is going to be the relationship that lasts forever. Well, I mean, till death do you part. But it's definitely giving. After the smoke clears, as things are being made clear, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? You're going to see exactly what you need to do. Just make sure you're tapping into your intuition and seeing things as clearly as possible. Asking for help from your guides when necessary, right? Because they're going to come in quickly to assist you. For those of you who have someone that you know has been in this longing energy because you can't sleep at night, they're always on your mind. You smell their cologne, their perfume, even though they're nowhere around. All these little things that pop up, their birthday, another significant day, something that reminds you keeps happening even though you guys haven't been speaking. All of those are signs and confirmation that this person is coming in, right, to fix things. And it's going to, like the reading said, it's come out several times in the general readings that we posted, that once this person gets their mental together, things are going to move very, very quickly, right? They say the day seems so long when everything is going wrong, but the day goes by so quickly when everything is going right. A lot of you are going to see your address change in 2025, your name change in 2025, your marital status change in 2025. After this moment of chaos and conflict comes your peace. It doesn't mean every single day of 2025, all 365 of them, are going to be filled with sunshine and rainbows. And unicorns. No, you'll just have a strong person, a strong partner to assist you along the journey. And now that you've learned so much about life, love, and spirit, right? You've grown in your spiritual journey. You have the tools necessary and are better prepared to withstand the storms of 2025 and beyond. For those of you who in the revelations that Spirit has been showing you and unfortunately had to drag your stubborn behind through the mud, don't hesitate to reach out to other folks to talk about what you're going through. Those of you who are ending 2024 in this energy of feeling like you're going through the worst storm of your life, you are. And it's probably due to holding on to people, especially people that weren't meant for you, right? Thinking, especially those of us who like to give people jobs, right? We have that one good friend that's good to go shopping with, that one good friend that knows all the great places to eat, right? That one good friend that's good at taxes, right? And, we do this with that one and that with this one. But if they don't have good intentions for you, Spirit is going to rip them out of your life one way or another. They're going to make it painfully clear why that person can't be in your life. With this not for you being brought back into the frame, right? You see how all the chess pieces are lined up neat, 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 and going back to courthouse, like judgment has been served. And if you hold on, it's only going to hurt more. Some people have lost their home, lost their jobs, lost their stability, hanging around the wrong people, being around the wrong energy. Some people are like, yeah, I know so-and-so was a friend of me, but that doesn't friend me, not friend of me. They know that they're an enemy, right? A wolf in sheep's clothing. But they feel that, whatever. This is just, I love it when people say, that's just the way they are, that's just Tammy. She always acts that way. And why do you accept it? Because Tammy's negative energy, well, it may not, or you think it isn't directed at you. It does affect you. That's why they said birds of a feather flock together. I can know your net worth by seeing your network. The people that was like, what did the elders say? Show me your 5 best friends and I'll tell you who you are. If your 5 best friends are ducks, you are a duck. You may look like a swan. Hell, you may look like a giraffe, but you're still a duck doing duck things. The sooner you let go is the sooner the healing begins. It's the sooner the transformation begins. And it's the sooner you get to your rightful place in the sun, free of the burdens of being tied to people, places, and things that never served your highest good. When you're in your teens and your early 20s and you're doing, life, right? Figuring out what you like, figuring out what you don't like. It's great. It's fun. Spirit is all for it as long as you're not a harm to yourself or others. Live and let live. Go explore the world. Go explore your spirituality. Go explore the things you want to explore, right? But those same friends that you met in your late teens, early 20s, if they're doing late teen, early 20-ish in their 30s and 40s, that means you're doing. You may not even realize you're doing late teen, early 20-ish in your 30s, 40s, and beyonds. We listen and we don't judge. We just get better. Right? Now that things have been made plain, now that things have been made clear, and Spirit has shown that spotlight on what you need to change in your life, do it. Do it, do it, do it. That is the message for today. Let's see what you guys are chit-chatting about. If Gianna stepped in, Janaya. Wonder who Gianna is. If Janaya stepped in, we will do her reading because we just keep seeming to miss her on the live tomorrow. We shall be going live earlier. And I'm going to send out the link to the Soul Tribe, the OGs, to have our OG Soul Tribe meeting if you guys are all available at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow evening. Let me know. My love, how are you? How are you? I told myself I know if I'm in love when I'm cooking for a man. And guess what? What you cooking, babe? What's cooking, good looking? No, seriously, what you cooking? What you cooking? Hi, Chanel number 5. Ew. We love Chanel over here. Her story and all. We are all, yes, Krista, we are all foodies to the T. Like, we are not embarrassed about it at all. Let's see who else is here. Hi, Krista. I was going to say it, but I don't want to say it in case the answer is yes, and I don't want to get involved with that energy. So I'll ask you when I hit you up later. I have a very important question to ask you. Very, very important. Dorsey! Five BFFs. Eek. Detachment is everything. Hi, Paige. I mean, that's what ducks do. They do duck things, right? Winning this season, taking all the BS, I release all of it. Roommate, boy, bye. Bye-bye. I rebuke it all. Same. John. Hi, John. Fluffy bunnies, cherry pie, and cuddly wuddlies. Yes, that's what we're calling in for all of 2025 and beyond. We love the cuddly wuddlies, especially that is the best way or one of the best ways for light workers to recharge. Hey, Figure It Fit, how are you? Calling in that name change. Oh, this caused a rift within a 25-year BFF connection. No words since the sorrows. Sorrows, right? Nope. So a lot of those, it's just something about where we were energetically, right? 20, 25 years ago. For some of us, 30, 35 years ago. That time period where the cosmos were and where the planets were. Something about those friendships from there that were established to teach us lifelong lessons and then be cut off now, right? Now is the time to go, go, go. What time is it? 4:15. We have a few more minutes. Portia. I saw like the first lines of your message. So we are going to keep moving forward, right? Because we knew this was a possibility, right? Especially with how hard that woman was going, right? Yes, we're out of Mercury retrograde, but we still have like almost a week and a half. It's like a week and a half and a day of its shadow period. So sit tight, enjoy the rest of the ride, the descent, right? And see where the next stop is. And you have two strong potentials. We'll talk about your strong potentials on the next live. And Honeybee is going furniture shopping. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sweet Winka, I'm glad you were here to receive it. Hearing thy own self. That was the basement. New guy stood proud by my side. I can see. First of all, my flabbers, or my gasted, I'm flabbergasted in like every amount of the word. And I have one question before we could proceed any further, but I don't think I can no, it doesn't feel like I could ask that question on live because the way people are going to be rushing in. No. We'll keep it private. I'm not going to put your business in the streets. I'm not going to put your business in the streets. Carolina, it already happened. Yay. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you. I love it. It reminds me of the Rihanna song, right? That one. Before we wrap up, I'm going to get a final word for the collective. Oh, thank you, Carolina. Thank you. Before we wrap up, do you guys have any questions, any thoughts, any feelings about whatever came out in the general reading? Any general questions, personal questions that you need a reading for? That information's in my bio. I will be doing a road opening before the new year with the new moon later on this month. That information's in the bio for those of you who want to sign up. We had so much fun, so much results from the ones that we did in June. So if you were part of the road opening in June, do not register for this road opening without having a conversation with me first. Okay? Okay. Love ya. Markeisha, how are you? Upgrades are very, very huge right now, right? Especially for and I'm getting goosies. You can't really see them, but they're coming. Spiritually gifted folks who live by the coast: New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, New Orleans, Alabama, Louisiana. Anybody who lives by the ocean, right? The ocean is less than 30 minutes away from you. Please work on your intuition, right? Pay attention to your high tides and your low tides, okay? If you should get the gumption, the notion to pack a bag and move to higher ground, don't sit and start researching and Googling this and Googling that. Pack a bag and move to higher grounds, okay? Okay. I love you. New York City, end of January. Perhaps lunch? Perhaps. Perhaps. That would be life-changing though, right? That would be life-changing though. Embrace is 21 minutes from the ocean. Pay attention to the water. Pay attention to the water. My left side of my crown keeps getting the tingles. Does it feel like it's almost as if your hairs, like somebody's tickling ever so lightly your hairs, and the hairs are stimulating your scalp, or do you feel it on your scalp itself? It feels like, right, somebody's very much a feminine energy trying to get your attention. I just love how this message clocked my tea in a good way. Yes, for once. A lot of people who are in no contact, Portia, it's because healing work needs to be done on both sides. And as Mercury gets out of the shadow phase and we have all these other cosmic happenings going on, your guides are pointing to the 6th, right? I think that's when Mars stationed direct. Because Mars is, I got to double check that, right? But they are pointing to the 6th. Like, kind of chill out and sit back and get your ducks in order. Big duck energy today. They keep mentioning ducks. Yeah, it's a feminine energy, an older feminine energy. And it doesn't feel like you guys met in this lifetime. She comes from your mother's bloodline. It feels like they're saying use those moments. Oh. It's a feminine deity that your mother's mothers worked with. She's very coquettish. Very like ultra feminine. Use those moments to really pour into yourself. Maybe spritz on some perfume. Do some self-care. Like, get super girly in those moments. Relax, light a candle, and call that deity's energy in. If you can't think of her name right now in those moments when you feel like that, and you're actually able to get into an ultra feminine mood, lights off, candles on, champagne, a cute snack, pastries, like she's like a real pampered girly girl. Like the lady we saw in the expectation card, where's she at? Her, like she is giving privileged energy, like she's catered to whoever this deity is. So set yourself up in that type of energy and she'll start talking and let you know who she is. Of course it booted you off. Of course. Whenever you feel those feelings, God is a deity that your maternal side work with, right? So your mother's like the women on your mother's side of the family, older generations worked with, that's trying to connect with you. When you have that moment and feel those sensations, right? And we know it's not just like catching a cold on the scalp, right? We know Spirit's trying to get our attention. Lights off, candles on, pastries, light snacks, champagne. Think all things ultra feminine, ultra girly, strawberry covered chocolates, right? Really pamper yourself as best you can and as decadently, they're saying, as you can. And that's when she'll come through and pass the message. The person, like, I don't know, like, I have, like, they're not giving me a vowel, they're not giving me anything, but she's just smelling really, really good, very rich energy, right? Very peaceful, very soft, very, very soft, very just like, wouldn't raise her voice, couldn't raise her voice. That's another thing. She speaks in they're saying a whisper, but it feels like she speaks softly. This is why they kind of did this, right? As I was trying to explain to you. She's very soft, very gentle. So when she's giving messages and you're not paying attention, because she kind of talks like this and she speaks slowly, because she's not in a rush for nothing, you're going to miss it if you're busy, 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 busy. You were born on her birthday. Now I gotta find out who this lady is, because I'm interested. I'm very interested. Very coquettish, very demure. As we cut the cards to the Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands, I'm going to leave you guys with one last message. This is another confirmation that no matter how hard 2024 and prior has been, right? It feels like the worst of it is behind you. Did you make all the right choices? Of course not. That was part of your journey. Are there places where you effed up? Some places big time. But that was also part of your journey. So don't beat yourself up about it. Try not to lament or overthink or stress over what could have been done, baby. That's it. You've done everything right. You've done everything you need to do. And this brings us full circle back to that message of building blocks and expectations. This was heavy on the divine feminine, but regardless of your physical vessel, we all have that feminine energy within us, right? We have that duality. It's just one side is presented more, right? Usually. Sometimes they're equal, like a fair 50-50 split, right? Those are my androgynous beings. Ooh. You've done the work. You've done the work. You've done the work. You've done the work. Nobody's grading you on whether or not how well you colored within the lines. If you marked 100 on every shot, you got it right in the middle of the bullseye. Nobody's counting that. They're counting the fact that you're still here. You still showed up. Battered and bruised, but you still showed up. Tears in your eyes, you still showed up. A lot of you don't even realize that race that you've signed up for, that no one told you to sign up for, but you thought you had to sign up for, you've already won. They're saying 2025 is supposed to be your year of leisure, of peace. If someone comes with the energy, to not engage. You have too many blessings, too much abundance, right? Can there ever be too much abundance? Right? You have so much goodness coming in that you should start really walking in your unbothered energy. Those bills paid, that salary doubled. You're stepping in with the Knight of Cups, right? Which pointed to the Ace of Cups, right? They're kind of like leading to this card, right? And there's that bruised and battered card. You are coming into a season where you're going to have more than enough, which is not for you to hold on to, right? And like save for a rainy day. No, they want you to get out of that mindset and look at life differently. You've done the work and you've still, with tears in your eyes, battered and bruised, managed to be kind to others. In your struggle, you turned back to give help to others who were struggling. You never gave up. And for that, you will be I feel like I swallowed a whole bunch of pins. You will be duly compensated for. All of us have a destiny that's been written, right, before our time of birth, right? Since the time of creation itself, Spirit says, right? Yet we are free and open to make any decision about life that we want, right? But all those decisions, right, wrong, or otherwise, still bring us exactly to where we need to be. So again, do not beat up yourself. And definitely do not be that baneful person, because Spirit is like, you have to say it. You have to say it. I don't wanna, right? And I like how the Wheel of Fortune is peeking out. Don't be that baneful person that looks on what Markeisha has and like, why don't I have what Markeisha have? Why don't I have what Loka has? No, no, no. Loka has what Loka's supposed to have. Markeisha has what Markeisha is supposed to have. Figure It Fit has what Figure It Fit needs to have. John has, like, we all have our piece of the pie. We all have our baton to carry for a very specific reason. Everybody's assigned a certain destiny, because once you're walking in your full purpose, right? Your specific energy, your je ne sais quoi, that thing that makes you authentically you, is what's needed in the world, right? There's dozens of bread makers. There's dozens of soda brands, right? Some people like Pepsi. Some people like Coca-Cola. Some people only drink water. Sorrows. But each and every one of them serve a place in society, just as each and every one of you serves a place. There's many mystics and witches and warlocks galore, and each and every one serves a specific purpose. Too many of us, and I'll say us because, we're all in the same class, are too busy worried about what this one is doing and what that one is doing, and wasting talents trying to figure out why this creator is doing this and why this creator has that. We all are doing what we're supposed to be doing. We all have a flock of people to help so they can turn around and help others. If you want to stay in baneful energy, that is your free will choice. However, do not be pouty-lipped when you see the collective living in their emperor energy, where they're in their season with everything that they touch literally turns to gold. You had that opportunity, but you chose otherwise, and it's okay, because that's a part of the journey. Give me a last word for the collective before the sun fully sets. We have family room. Anything else? Pisces, Scorpio, earth signs, Libra, Taurus. Anything else? That goes back to, right, this child. That goes back to having the expectancy of a child, right? Children get hurt, they cry, they get over it, right? And that's what a lot of you were able to do. Some of you had to relearn that gift of how to go through something and get over it and know that tomorrow will be a brighter day. Know that tomorrow will be a better day with this main male, which goes back to that emperor energy, right? The main male is the divine masculine energy, and the empress is the divine feminine. So another confirmation that divine unions are coming into place. There's nothing for you to do but sit back and relax. A lot of you want to talk, want to date, want to go on Tinder, want to do this, want to do that, want to go to all the events on, what's that, Eventbrite. Relax, pump your brakes. When you need to go somewhere, you will be guided to go somewhere. And there goes that distant horizon cards. What I don't think came out again, right? Or what was said verbally, but may have been understood, is that those long awaited things are finally arriving, are finally being grounded. You see how the ship is kind of like in the background ever so slightly, and the anchor is in the foreground? Ground yourself, anchor yourself, and allow everything that you've been praying for, asking for, to come to you. Spirit is like, and remind them. Those of you who have been under spiritual attacks or have had your loved ones under spiritual attacks, and you know, right, because of the scope of the attack, the results of the attack, that the person used a practitioner that uses both hands. When you hear about so-and-so meeting with tragedy, or you're hearing about the ops meeting with some kind of really, really dark downfall, that's their karma. For one, dealing in dark magic when nobody told them that they had to. And for two, coming against a chosen one. A lot of you are tied to chosen ones, not just to have a romantic relationship, because that's part of your soul tribe. That's part of your spiritual community, right? You guys were supposed to protect one another, but for one reason or another, this person was subjected to serious, serious spiritual attacks. And for some people, it looks like going back to the all that glitters card, right? It looks like you could count this person out. This is their season of transformation, right? They're going through their karma, and the person, especially people who are doing blood magic and tying it with love magic, those folks are going to get the heavy hand of justice. So save your tears, save your, condolences for, and Spirit's like, save your energy, right? Because your energy is very expensive, dear Empress or dear Emperor, right? Because you don't want to, you could, but you don't want to really give it to anybody who has earned every piece of trauma, drama, whatever tragedy falls to their doorstep, however dark it seems, right? You mess with dark magic, you get dark results. I don't make up the rules. That's just how the universe rolls. So don't fret. And this is another reason why they have the collective and this energy of expectation with their hands pretty much in their lap. Like, you are to do nothing. Even if you know so-and-so did XYZ specifically to you because you got it in a vision. You saw it in your dream Friday, Saturday, right? Sunday when we had the meteor showers and we had the full moon and things were super clear. You know who did what. You are to do nothing. Justice will be swift. Justice will be accurate. Justice will be fair. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. That is the last message. The sun is almost completely down. If you guys have something that pops up that you want me to go further into in relation to what came out on the reading, do not hesitate to reach out to me. For all you new guys here, my name is Etta, Mystic Healer. I will never, in a season of efforts, right, reach out to you first. I will always ask your permission. It will always be like, okay, you reach out to me and then I respond, but I will not inbox you, right? So please, please, please be careful of the scammers. But if you need me, please do not hesitate to DM me or email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I am sorry I didn't get to everybody's messages, but tomorrow is another day. Until we meet again, please rest under these energies of the waning Gemini moon. I think now we're in Cancer, probably transiting to, what day is it? Leo. We're in the in-between, right? Relax. Pay attention, especially those of you who are close to the oceans. Pay attention to the intuition. This is really looking noise under this light. Pay attention to your intuition and let it guide you. And do not forget, we have a whole community. Join us on Patreon. Let's start talking about the different things we have going on our spiritual journey and act as a support to one another. It's a safe and sacred place, and my moderators don't play. So until we meet again, take care of yourself, pamper yourself, and stay blessed.